Hello and welcome again to Red Gaming Tech. My name is Amata. Today is the 27th of January and I have a little bit of a combo platter of news for you today. And that's some good news and some bad news, and it's regarding Joystiq and Resident Evil Revelations. Now the bad news unfortunately is regarding Joystiq, and I'll get that out of the way first, shall we? As unfortunately AOL is planning to close Joystiq, which has been around now for about a decade. And now this is apparently coming in the next few weeks and is part of a plan to jettison, quote, underperforming content properties. Now this has been reported by Recode and has cited multiple sources familiar with the plans. Now, a post on Joystiq itself actually confronts the report, saying that, quote, we may as well handle this the same way we've been covering the video game industry for 10 years. Sources tell Joystiq that the staff is aware of the closure, but corporate hasn't officially told them, so they're unable to acknowledge anything out of concern that it will cause immediate shutdown. We've reached out for more information and we will update as we always have when we know more. Of course, as you probably know, Joystiq was actually founded back in 2004, and AOL bought it back in 2005, along with sister sites such as Engadgets. And fun fact for the day: several of the former Joystiq staffers are also founding members of Polygon. Just for your FYI. Now, obviously, this isn't 100% confirmed, but it seems pretty likely. Of course, I will update you as soon as I become aware as to what is actually going on. But if this is the case, this is another major publication that will be saying goodbye to us. Of course, CVG will be closing its doors quite soon as well, and Joystiq looks to be joining it within the next few weeks. Unfortunately, as I said, they've been going for about a decade now, and the consensus all around seems to be that they were one of the few remaining sources of quality gaming news without, commentary and opinions and social nonsense getting involved, just pure solid gaming news. And Joystiq is not one of my fan favourites myself, but they are a good, reliable website that, well, when I read something there, I know I can trust it, and I know it's come from good sources most of the time. Of course, any human is bound to make a mistake, but still, it's sad to see them go, if they are indeed going, of course. Hopefully this rumour turns out to be false, but if it is true, my heart goes out to all the staff. Not exactly easy for this to happen after being working at the same place for potentially a decade, especially if you're one of the founders or the first members of staff or whatever. So hopefully, if this is true, all the members of staff that will be unfortunately losing their jobs do find other work. Perhaps some of them can even join their partners in crime at Polygon. I'm sure that if there is space for them there, they will find it, but probably not for all of them. Polygon is, of course, a company that has to think about its own stuff, but either way, hopefully they can all find their feet if indeed it is true. The best thing would be for this to not be true, but I'm not too optimistic. Maybe that's the cynic in me talking, but I've got a feeling this is going to turn out to be, unfortunately, true. So, moving on to the next piece of news, slightly happier, and that's rather downer piece of news, as that Capcom has revealed quite a few new details regarding the raid mode in Resident Evil Revelations 2. As Capcom has confirmed that raid mode will be launching with the first episode of Revelations 2 when it comes out in February. Now, at the start, you will be playing it in offline mode only, either solo or in good old split-screen co-op, which is something we don't see very often now. Now, online-wise, Capcom has said that it will be added after the release of the final episode in March. So basically, offline only at the start, but after the final episode has come out, we will be expecting the full online capabilities to come into effect. Now, that is not everything I've got to discuss today regarding the raids. We have some information regarding the content, as episode 1 will actually come with 54 raid missions across 3 difficulty settings. 2 and 3 will launch with 36 missions each, and episode 4 will bring 68 missions, so a ton of content. Now, as for the maps, they will feature locations from the main game, the first Revelations, as well as, weirdly enough, Resident Evil 6 maps, which is a bit of an odd choice. Now, 15 characters in total will be made available. Now, you will be getting new characters with each episode you purchase, plus Hunk and Wesker if you opt in for the retail version, but of course we'll be able to buy separately later. The revealed characters so far are Claire, Moira, Barry and Gina. And as you would expect as well, various weapons and weapon parts will be available, and you will unlock new ones as you level up. Now, you'll actually also have access to 4 times as many skills as the first game, allowing you a fair bit of variation per character. Now, as well as this, I also have a nice video for you, which is linked in the description below this video. So if you want to see some nice gameplay of the raid mode and this information detailed even further, I suggest you check out the link in the description below this video, as it is there that it will be found. So, raid mode is looking pretty damn juicy. I'm looking forward to playing it. It sounds kind of similar to Mercenaries in a way, but of course with a bit more complexity and things like that. Mercenaries was a fairly simple mode at its core, and raid mode sounds like it's much more complex. So I'm looking forward to it. Revelations 2 is going to be pretty damn nice. It's going to be awesome to be playing as Claire after God knows how many years. So hopefully it'll be good as it's made out to be, but I think it's going to be. I think Capcom have kind of learned their lesson about taking Resident Evil away from its survival horror roots. Anyway, that is me done for this video, but do let me know your thoughts and opinions on anything discussed here, and I'll see you next time.